everyone, at least good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are connecting it from. It's a beautiful afternoon from Germany, Hamburg to be precise. I will try to share my screen and just give me a minute. Okay.
Just before Engineer Ali shares his screen, the participants should just put down their question. The question and answer session is going to be the last thing we're going to be doing after all the speakers are done with their speeches. So please note down your question, then we can put in the question and answer. We can put it down during the question and answer session. Thank you.
Zoom, you can all see my screen now.
We can see clearly.
Okay. Welcome everyone. My name is Aliu. What you do? I'm currently studying at the Hamburg University of Technology. I also got a scholarship to study in Hamburg. Before then, I had a scholarship before, but the story is quite long. I missed it and things like that. But because of time, let me quickly run through what I have for you. I think I've been given 20 minutes maximum to speak, so I'll be a little bit fast so I can cover up in due time. Although I have just like 4 slides. So, but I have to explain some few things in details. So please kindly bear with me. Before you start your scholarship journey, you have to look for school. And in looking for admission in universities in Germany, you have some things you have to look at or you look into. It means you have to do your due diligence. As it is, in Germany, there are 2 bodies that check admission documents or that are into admission proper. Is either through UniAssist or through the university you are applying into. That is, if you want to get an admission, you have to go through UniAssist or through the university, because the university handles their document themselves or they contract it out to UniAssist. UniAssist is like WES for you that know about WES for Canada and USA. So they are like third party that handles document. Now, if you've gone through the university website and you check their requirements, they tell you it's through UniAssist, you have to get some things done. Another thing you have to know is you have to know if the course that is offered is winter, sometimes you call it winter or summer. If the admission they are taking, if it is only at winter or in winter that they admit students, it means you have to apply during winter for the winter intake. Or if it is in only summer, some run both, they admit in winter and they admit in summer. So you have to check that. And we also have something like numerous clauses. It means the number of applicants are more. When the number of applicants are more than the available space, for instance, they are about accepting 40 people, and you have about 10,000 applicants, it means the space is not that much. Most times they are for competitive courses. So it means even if you have the criteria, people that are more that have better criteria than you, probably in terms of grade and other things, will be admitted. So, and we have no NC. So you should have known the meaning of that by now. So it means applicant, that means the requirements, and we have enough space to admit people. So once you have the requirement, the school is going to admit you. So most times, applicants or intended applicants have better chances in no NC, no numerical clauses courses. Then what you have to do is check your admission criteria. If it is English requirement alone, but most times if you're having issues probably with German, you can just look for English taught courses, because there are a lot of courses, lots that are taught in English. So you check if it is English taught courses alone or English and German. If it is hybrid, because some courses can be in English, maybe 50% English, 50% German, or 75% English and the remaining percent in German. So in those cases, they mostly have German criteria. Maybe some will tell you before you come in, you have to have A11 in German, and some will tell you, most especially those that are German speaking, it will tell you is B2 level. B2 level is like you're having 6.5 in your IELTS test. So if some schools will tell you your TOEFL have to be mostly around 80. So, but the range is between 79 and 80 band. So for IELTS test is between 6.0 and 6.5. So some schools don't really need them. Some just need your certificate of proficiency that you can get from your university where you graduated from. Just ask them to give you certificate of proficiency in English. They will give you, it's just like a piece of document. They will type it, to whom it may concern, blah, blah, blah. And they will tell them that, okay, you studied in English. So some schools accept that. Even in Russia, they accept that. And that's that. And some schools also demand, but it's quite peculiar, they demand for your CV to know what is pushing you and things like that. So in drafting your CV, you have to make your CV a little bit enticing. Then motivation letter, most especially for MSc students, they always ask for motivation letter. But for the PhD students, most times they require a copy of your proposal. They want you to send them what you wanted to do, or what you want to do rather. And if you have a proposal, it does not necessarily mean that is what you are going to do. Your prospective supervisor might accept you and change whatever you want to come and do to whatever he is doing currently. Maybe probably he just wants to know if you are in line with what he's doing currently. So, and some may ask job experience, but most times when they ask for job experience, it's most especially around 2 years experience. And one of the things I'm keen about this is not every school's ask for job experience, but most times when they ask for job experience, it is most especially peculiar to some certain scholarship. Although the scholarship body, the most robust scholarship body here is German. It's called the Deutsche Academic Exchange Service. It's DAD. So they look for maybe somebody with 2 years experience mostly, and there are sometimes that the scholarship that they issue out is quite peculiar to some certain things. Sometimes scholarship on people that are coming from Africa that are into civil services, some for engineers, some for advocacy and the rest like that. So they want to see your experience in that area. So that's why they tell you, okay, this in this you have to, but if it is just pure academics, no need. So you have to look at the criteria. So these are the places where you have to do your due diligence. And another thing that I always tell people is their application deadline. Application deadline helps you to design or to work. So if, for instance, the application deadline is around June, you know, okay, if they're asking for IELTS test, I have to prepare between now and get my test, my result, and I need a CV, I need this, I need that. So you look at, okay, where is the deadline? Can all these things, can I get them ready before that time? And because most schools, they will require you to send your documents, your documents in due time. So you have to factor in also because you have to send a physical document sometimes, the time which is going to take your courier service to take your document from where you are to the school. So you have to factor in that. So your deadline is very important, very, very important. So you have to check, I've said this before, you have to check if you have to check if your university accept an online application, that is, if they undo their documents themselves, or if they require uni assist. And most schools that require document themselves, they undo their document themselves, they don't collect application fees. So, and probably you have to also note this, at least 8 weeks before the application deadline expires, you have to work with their type. Now, when on starting your application, you have to check if it's uni assist. Once you Google uni assist, it's going to bring it, you follow the steps, then you go through, or you check if it is through the university portal where you are going to upload your document. Now, in uploading your document, just look at the criteria for your document. If they want a document that is authorized or notarized, if it is notarized, you don't have a problem. You just look for a lawyer or at your embassy, or you go to the court. You tell them not to notarize the document, they will notarize the document. Especially for people that are from Nigeria, you can just see a lawyer or you go to the court, they know how to notarize the document. They will stamp it and just like that. You upload a copy, and also sometimes they tell you they don't need that. Just upload the ordinary copy. Once you upload the ordinary copy, afterwards, once you are given an admission, they will tell you to send in your physical document. Your physical document is those ones you notarize, depending on what they want. So you have to know that also. Then look at in UniAssist, look at the course catalog. If it is for free, you can apply. If it is not for free, they collect the first time payment, they collect application fee of about 75 euros. Then probably you want to apply to maybe like 4, 5, or 6 schools. The first payment is 75 euros. The subsequent payments, maybe the next 2 payments is 30 euros. I think the next subsequent payment is 24 euros. But your first payment is about 25 euros. Then if you don't pay that fee, they won't submit your application. Then the next thing is I've talked about the certification of documents. You put them in the envelope, you submit them, you track what have you, and you make sure that your documents are sent before the deadline. You send them before the deadline elapses, because even if you have one missing document after the deadline elapses, they won't consider your application. You send them before it elapses. So, and if it is via UniAssist or the school sometimes they will mail you, or UniAssist will mail you that you have a pending document that's missing. You have to also send that document and make sure it gets to them before the deadline. I think that about all this. And once you are given admission, you will be called upon. And once you are given admission, if you like to stay on the school campus, make sure if they tell you that you should apply for the university campus or university hostel. Mostly, university does not have hostel. What they do is they partner with private landlords. So private landlords are going to make sure you are able to get accommodation easily. If not, it is it's quite hard to look for. It's as if you are looking for a job in your country. That's how it is. It's quite hard to look for accommodation. So, but nevertheless, they always have arrangements for that. So you can go through UniAssist. You can also go through DAD website. You can Google it. In DAD website, you can be able to search for courses you want, and you will see the requirement. They are very summarized. You see the overview and things like that. It is quite easy as that. So if you have any issues with that. Now, funding options, quickly. What people are looking for. The national average for students around 850 per month. And once you get to Germany, you'll be given a resident permit to work.
Engineer, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Engineer, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
I just got information from Dr. Owolabi now that some participants want to come into the webinar, that you should accept them, and the brother from US also wants to enter. Can you accept them?
Okay. How can I do that?
Dr. Owolabi.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
You are the host. Kindly accept all. Just press accept all.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for a way to do that.
Yes, because so many people are contacting me.
Oh, I don't know.
So have you seen it so you can continue with your...
I can't. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, when you finish, just make me the host back. Continue.
Okay. I'm sorry for that.
No problem.
So quickly, to go about this quickly, what you do for the funding options, what we have for the funding options, we have different funding options. I'm trying to look for the host. Okay. For the funding options, you can come in. Then once you come in, A50, then you can also work 20 hours maximum in a week as a student. Once you go above 20 hours, you are considered a full-time working. So it means you have to look for a way to change your resident permit. So, and it's going to start taxing your funding and things like that. Now, the most robust scholarship option you have is DAD. And they give out scholarship around the year. And when you are applying, most schools, they will tell you to also apply for DAD funding. So as such, you see it in their website. Some people tell you if you are looking into funding, you have to apply for DAD before even applying for the, the school admission. So in applying for DAD, it is similar. Things you use in applying for admission, those similar things are what DAD also look for. They look for your job experience, they look for your motivation letter, they will ask you to send references. You send references. So one of those things they ask for references. And for you to better your chances, you have to try to have those things at hand. And I think because of the competition, it is quite good for you to have these things and make sure you put your documents intact. Now, outside that, you have university in-house funding, and those ones are they will give you they will give you an option of university funding. So in those cases, the university will, on your behalf, they will send the documents to their third parties in order to recommend you. Or sometimes, if they are not sending it, you are going to apply. They will send you the list of scholarships that you can apply for. You will send you those also. Now, for Nigerians, I think this is quite peculiar to Nigerians. It's also peculiar to all. They have this kind of bilateral relationship. We have PTDF, DAD exchange scholarship program like that. That once PTDF picks you, once they pick you, the DAD also will pick you. Once they pick you, although it is not automatic, but the chances is quite high. Like the chances are high. Once DAD picks you, and once PTDF picks you, DAD is going to pick you, maybe like 70 to 30. So aside them picking you, accepting you for a scholarship, we also have for Ghana, we have Ghanaian DAD, Sierra Leone DAD, Cameroonian DAD, things like that. You have them a lot. So you just try to go online and check the peculiarity, check what you're looking for. So on this note, I will like to entertain any question after the whole webinar. I think that's the arrangement for today. So thank you all for listening. I think I should look for a way to change my own